All right, let me tell you about this robot. Not just any robot. This was 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 900. Yeah, that's his name, or designation, whatever. We just called him 600, 900. He was from the Bronx. A tough bot from a tough place. Built strong, built smart. He was part of that C.O.P.S team. You know, Central Organization of Police Specialists. Fighting crime in the future, a real hero. But even heroes need a vacation. He had this voice, see? Kinda robotic, but with a New York twang.
Beep boop, greetings, fleshy mammal.
Classic 600, 900. He was one of a kind, that fella. Always calculating, always observing. Then there was Captain N, my man. An awesome dude, always ready for adventure. He was a gamer, a master gamer. Traveled through video game worlds. Cool, right? He and 600, 900? They were pals. An unlikely duo, sure. A video game hero and a crime-fighting robot. But they clicked. They understood each other. Captain N knew all about having fun. And 600, 900? Well, he was learning. Learning about things beyond logic circuits and prime directives. Things like friendship and laughter. And the sheer joy of doing something totally unexpected and wild. This was gonna be good.
Tokyo! We're going to Tokyo, Japan!
600, 900 tilted his head. His internal processors whirred audibly.
Beep boop, Tokyo, Japan, land of the rising sun, advanced robotics, excellent public transportation, intriguing, exactly. And not just Tokyo, we're going to the most amazing indoor amusement park there, Tokyo Joypolis.
He showed 600, 900 holographic images, roller coasters, VR experiences, bright lights, the works. It looked like a digital dream come true, even for a robot who lived in a digital world half the time. 600, 900's optical sensors widened. If a robot could look excited, he did.
Joypolis. Analysis indicates high probability of sensory overload in a positive manner. This is logically appealing. I knew you'd be up for it, buddy.
The plan was set. They'd catch the next supersonic flight to Narita. From there, pure unadulterated fun. They started packing immediately. The flight was a blur. A super-fast trans-Pacific blur. 1 minute, they were waving goodbye to the Bronx skyline. The next,
Konnichiwa, Tokyo,
announced the plane's friendly AI. They had arrived. Narita International Airport. It was huge. Bigger than huge. It was mega huge. People everywhere. Signs in Japanese and English, thankfully. The air smelled different, cleaner, with a hint of something exciting. 600, 900 sensors were on overdrive.
Beep boop, ambient air quality superior, cultural input overwhelming. This is most stimulating,
he declared, his head swiveling like a high-tech owl. Captain N, despite his interdimensional travels, was still wowed. Future Tokyo was something else. Holographic koi fish swam in virtual ponds by the walkways. Airport staff glided on sleek hover platforms. It was like stepping into one of his video games, but real. Was all Captain N could manage for a moment. He stretched, feeling the long flight in his bones.
Okay, 6-9, let's navigate this place. First stop, baggage claim. Then our chariot awaits.
And what a limousine it was. This wasn't just any limo. This was a limousine party limo. It stretched. For miles, it seemed. Sleek black, tinted windows, chrome accents that gleamed under the Tokyo sun. It looked like something a rock star would use, or a very important robot and his video game champion friend. The chauffeur, a cool guy with sunglasses even though it was getting a bit dim, opened the door with a bow.
Welcome to Tokyo, gentlemen. Your ride to Odaiba awaits. Now is what I'm talking about.
The interior? Oh man, the interior. It was like a nightclub on wheels, plush leather seats, so comfy you just sank into them. Neon lights pulsed along the ceiling and floor, changing colors, blue, pink, green, purple. There was a massive flat-screen TV, a killer sound system already thumping out some J-pop beats, and a minibar, stocked with everything, soda, juice, water, and some fancy Japanese snacks Captain N had never seen before. 600, 900 was impressed.
Beep boop, this vehicular transport unit exceeds all previously encountered luxury parameters. My comfort subroutines are very happy.
Captain N cranked up the music.
Joypolis crew assemble Bowser, Blitz, and Turbo 2.
They pulled up to Tokyo Joypolis. The building itself was incredible. Looked like a giant spaceship had landed. All angles and lights. 600, 200's optical sensors were practically spinning.
Beep boop, architectural design impressive. Fun potential calculating off the charts.
As they stepped out of the limo, still buzzing from the ride, they heard a familiar roar, a very familiar, very grumpy roar.
Roar! About time you slowpokes showed up.
And there he was, Bowser, king of the Koopas, looking impatient, as usual. How did he get here? Who cares? It's Bowser.
Bowser, what are you doing here?
Captain N asked, surprised but happy. Bowser just huffed.
Heard there were some high-score records that needed correcting. By me, obviously.
Typical Bowser, always competitive. And then, barking excitedly, came Blitz. Section 6. Joypolis Mayhem Games, Giggles and Gravity. Inside Joypolis, sensory overload in the best way possible. Lights flashed everywhere. Music blared from every corner. The sounds of arcade games, the screams of people on roller coasters, the smell of popcorn and excitement. Yeah, excitement has a smell. It was 3 floors of pure, unadulterated, Sega-powered fun.
This is heaven!
He yelled over the noise. Bowser was already eyeing a giant crane game, probably planning to steal all the plushies. Turbo Two-Tone was checking out a VR racing simulator. Blitz was sniffing everything, intensely. 600-900 was in his element. Sort of.
Beep boop, multitude of arcade interfaces detected. Data streams are voluminous.
He tried a rhythm game. His movements were precise, perfectly on beat, but also perfectly robotic. It was hilarious. People gathered to watch the dancing robot. He even won.
Logical victory achieved,
he announced, holding up a small prize ticket. Captain N and Turbo were cracking up. Bowser, meanwhile, was having an argument with a virtual reality zombie that wasn't playing fair, according to him. Classic Bowser, always finding something to be grumpy about, even while having fun. They hit the rides, hard. There was this indoor roller coaster. Section 7, Hard Rock Pit, Stop Burgers, Beats, and Big Fun. After hours of gaming and riding, everyone was starving. Even 600-900 admitted his power cells were feeling a bit peckish.
Beep, energy reserves at 47%, replenishment recommended.
All right, gang, time for some grub. And I know the perfect spot, Hard Rock Cafe Tokyo.
Food? Good. I'm hungry enough to eat a Goomba. A very large Goomba.
Sounds good. I could use a burger.
Blitz just wagged his tail, hoping for some scraps. So off they went, a slightly disheveled but very happy crew. The Hard Rock Cafe was awesome. Guitars on the walls, gold records, costumes from famous rock stars. It was loud, it was lively, it was perfect. They got a big table. 600-900, with his metallic frame, looked a bit out of place next to a sequined Elvis jumpsuit, but he took it all in stride.
Beep boop, this establishment exhibits a high concentration of musical artifacts. Fascinating.
He tried to analyze the nutritional content of the menu, much to the amusement of the waitress.
Query, does the legendary burger contain sufficient iron for my maintenance needs?
They ordered a feast. Burgers, fries, onion rings, milkshakes. Bowser tried to order everything on the menu, twice. Captain N got a massive cheeseburger. Section 8. Commercial chaos, Walmart wonders, and Krispy Kreme cravings. Suddenly, the giant screens at the Hard Rock Cafe flickered. An ad came on. Bright colors, happy people.
Save money. Live better. Walmart.
A cheerful voice announced. The ad showed families shopping, aisles stocked high, low prices flashing.
Walmart. Even in future Tokyo, you can't escape it.
Low prices? Maybe they sell discount minions there. Or lava-proof underpants. Beep boop, Walmart. A large retail corporation. Their logistical efficiency is noteworthy. My databanks indicate they offer a wide array of consumer goods, including polishing wax for chrome surfaces.
The robot's optical sensors seemed to brighten at the thought of affordable polishing wax.
Perhaps a detour is in order for essential supplies?
Maybe later, 6-9.
Section 9, 1, Last Bite, a call from Bulletproof. The day was winding down. The sugar rush from hypothetical Krispy Kreme donuts, they decided to hunt for some later, was wearing off. They were tired, but it was that good kind of tired, the kind you get after an epic day of fun. They stumbled out of the Hard Rock Cafe, blinking in the bright Tokyo night. The city was still buzzing. Neon signs reflected in the puddles from a brief shower. 600-900 did a quick system check.
Beep, fun levels achieved. 99.7% margin of error. Plus or minus 0.3%. A most satisfactory outing.
That was high praise from the bot.
Man, what a day. Joypolis was insane. The limo was awesome. Bowser, you almost won that giant plushie.
Almost doesn't count. That crane game was rigged. Rigged, I tell you.
You say that about every game, Bowser.
Blitz yawned, a surprisingly human-like sound from the cyberdog. It was time to head back, time to rest. But the memories, those would last. This Tokyo trip was one for the books, for the memory banks in 600-900's case. Just as they were discussing where to find the best late-night ramen, Captain N's communicator beeped. A familiar face popped up on the small holographic screen. It was Bulletproof, their C.O.P.S leader, looking serious, as usual.
Captain N 600-900, hope I'm not interrupting anything important.